lunch is waiting for us. All of us in this room have a significant journey they could share. So I was blessed that Luis picked me. Each one of us has a journey that's as good as mine or better. So Luis, when Luis asked me, I said, absolutely. I would love to share with each one of you the principles that have been guideposts for my life. Before I start, I want to be level with Brent here. The 40 and under, I have been so jealous of that criteria, but Brent told me last night that's a negotiable criteria, so I'm going to be applying, because I guess 40 and under doesn't matter, right?
40 in the heart, right?
40 in the heart. So, emerging leader, as I thought about the term emerging leader, it dawned on me that all of us are always going to be emerging leaders, i.e. all the training we got from Rosen College this morning. So it doesn't matter about the age. One of the first principles I learned in life that either you are personally and professionally growing or you're stagnating. And like you all, I don't want to stagnate. Leadership is a path that each one of us takes, right? That's why we're here. That requires us to want to improve, requires us to want to be introspective, requires us to be comfortable with ourselves. So after we do a $2 million renovation and the guest comes and tells us that the mattress was too hard, we take that feedback. Requires us to be comfortable with ourselves so that when that line level team member gives us feedback, we listen. That's what leadership is. So we're always going to be emerging leaders. The second principle that I want to talk about that's been personal to my life is regardless of what career path each of you take, and we're in a hotel business now, but whatever path you take, you have to be ready for significant challenges, significant disappointments, and significant setbacks. So pick something that you love, that you're passionate about, so much that it hurts in the gut. For me, that was always being a business owner. I wanted to provide value to a customer by selling them a product or service. When I was in elementary school, I was selling Chinese yo-yos. Depending on the day of the week, we changed the price on the yo-yos and selling them candy. My love of being an entrepreneur, blessed by the fact that my parents were in business, allowed me to be in business from the time I was super young. My parents bought their first hotel in July of 1981, and I immediately knew that my choice, my career path was that of being a hotel owner. With my brother Azim, I remember when school was out, when we had summer vacation, we were working in the restaurant, we were working in housekeeping, or sweeping the lot. We got it at a really young age that a happy customer is good for business. We raised rate on high demand days. My brother and I lived in the hotel apartment with my parents, and from a young age we saw the ups and downs of a family being in business. I want to fast forward to the third principle that's really guided me, is that even how well thought out the plan is, the Titanic, right? Even how well thought out it is, and even how smart you think you are, but you gotta be ready for it not going, that plan not going according to plan. Simply stated, we gotta all be ready for the bend in the road. After graduating in high honors in accounting at the University of Florida, my mother had the noble intent that I should go to law school. So I got accepted to Georgetown Law School. She wanted my brother and me to have a life more normal than my parents did. We all know the hotel business is 24/7, 365. My unexpected bend in the road happened on March 13, 1993, at midnight. A tornado went through our only property, my family business, and destroyed it. Seeing that my family's business was financially hemorrhaging and we were going to lose the business, I decided to come back and take over the business. January 7th, 1994 is when I got back with my first true love of being a hotel owner. January 7th is also when I realized my fourth principle in life, that if you're willing to pay the price, irregardless what the price is, anything is possible. Within 9 years of taking over that hotel and living at that hotel, we were recognized as the #1 branded hotel within our brand at Brand Conference. If you're willing to pay the price, irregardless of the price, anything is possible in America. The price being your sweat, your blood, and your tears. I also learned during that time, before I go to the next principle, being recognized at conference, and we got together at 4 a.m. in the morning and rented a van to drive down to conference. I recognized during that time that when people come together they're stronger and can accomplish more so than what each one of us can do individually. I learned that during that time. I also learned during that time that people are our greatest asset. Both of those are foundational principles in our company today. What I did not learn is that the highs were going to get higher and the lows were going to get deeper. Motivated by the success that we had at the first hotel, I asked my brother Azim to join our company in the fall of 2001. I believed that for me to build an A+ hotel development and management company, I would both have to develop leaders within my company, and I would have to ask outside talent, my brother was practicing law in Daytona at the time, to join our company. I understood that meant that I would have to learn how to engage with these leaders, and I would have to share power with these leaders. But I believe that together we'd be able to accomplish more so than what I could ever individually accomplish. Being in business, in the hotel business, is a high contact sport. Who watches football here? Right? And you have to be ready to get sacked. Starting mid-2007, going through 2011, we got sacked over and over again. We opened up 4 hotels, 2 beautiful Holiday Inn Expresses, months before the September 2008 financial meltdown. Building a hotel cost a lot of money, and Azim and I borrowed close to 90% of the project. You all know in 2008, we started, and our economy fell to a level not seen since the Great Depression. In 2017, who went to the IHG Leadership and Investment Conference in 2017? If you guys were too young. But I went. I was over 40, I went. Steve Young spoke at that conference. And he says that in football you get sacked. When you got sacked, he's got 2 options. One option is to get up, dust yourself off, regroup the team, get them out on the field, move the chains moving forward. Second option is to sulk about it, to be negative about it, and to point fingers. Azim and I chose option 1. with the help of our team, which is taking up the back 2 rows, every time we got sacked, we got up, we dusted ourselves off, we made some adjustments, and we got back on the field. Some key areas where we made adjustments on was full press engagement with all our stakeholders, especially our lenders, go figure, and our brand partners. Both Azim and I made a conscious effort at that time to join the Owners Association of our respective brands. I remember meeting with Steve Earhart at the IHG Owners booth at conference and asking Steve, how do I join the OA? And Steve referred me to Angela. And I set up a call with Steve on a Sunday night after 8 o'clock and say, Steve, how do I increase my involvement in the OA? Those first calls, I remember those ambassador calls. We talked about IHG brand standards, IHG initiatives, key industry topics. From there, I moved on to Business Responsibility Committee. I got to engage with industry giants such as Mark Carrier, Tom Corcoran, IHG leaders, OA leaders, and fellow IHG franchisees. From business responsibility, I moved on to serve on various other task forces and committees. All along the way, building my leadership, expanding my contact circle, learning the why behind the OA, and learning what successful engagement entailed. I also learned during that time that how hard the OA works to support our mission to maximize the return that an OA member makes in his or her, and congratulations to all those female hotel owners, makes in his or her hotel. Most recently, with partnership with IHG and the OA, the Holiday Inn Express Committee introduced substantive modifications to Formula Blue that, in addition to giving owners substantial savings, provide them a more durable and lasting design scheme. This new design scheme is a win for IHG, a win for our owners, a win for our guests, and a win for all those team members that Professor Vicky talked about, with an easier hotel to clean, upkeep, and maintain. Like anything in life, what you put in is what you get out of it. Over the last 12 months as being an IHG Global Board member, I have been super impressed with how much the OA team has exposed me to executive type of learning aids, how much executive type of learning aids is available on owners.org, to bring me up to speed to what our strategic plan is, which Don went over with all of us yesterday. To help you understand governance, to help you understand system fund. It's $2 billion that IHG collects from us. To help you understand IHG rewards, and then help you understand what successful engagement means. As I interviewed board members for our 2020 slate, I impressed on each one of them that how fulfilling, personally and professionally, my involvement with the IHG Owners Association has been. It's events such as this that allows us to grow, build our contact circle, and also positively impact a noble cause such as Give Kids the World. Being involved in the IHG Owners Association and I'm going to underline and, running quality hotels puts us in a good footing with IHG leadership, where we can engage on critical topics such as cost of sale, net RevPAR, ADR over the last 5 years, real ADR has grown in real terms when you take out inflation, has been minus or zero. As Professor Faizi said, that our customers prefer to book on OTA sites than brand.com. Our customers are brand agnostic. We got to have this conversation with IHG. We have to converse with IHG is that there's a growing RevPAR gap between their mid-scale brands and their brands of their closest competitor. Hampton now has pulled a healthy double-digit RevPAR lead over Holiday Inn Express. Just 5 years ago, those two brands were equivalent brands. But we got to have that discussion. We got to partner with IHG on the legislative front. Airbnb. More people are visiting Florida than ever, but our hotels are not selling out. Where are the people staying? We're not able to command a rate. More people booked on Airbnb last year than Marriott and Hilton combined. We got to talk to IHG about the growth in frivolous lawsuits. How are we going to partner with them to put a stop to that? And most recently, California passed legislation where the franchisee and franchisee are seen as one. All these issues, if we don't constructively engage with IHG, it's going to take a big bite out of their lunch and a big bite out of our lunch. And if we're going to afford the benefits that Professor Vicky talked about and all those perks, we have to run profitable hotels. We tell our people that we're not going to run the most profitable hotels, but there has to be a profit element to these hotels. Because profits allow us to provide the benefits. With profits, our shareholders invest more money in our company so we can build more hotels, so we can give Generation X and Y a career path and say we're building another hotel, but that only comes about if we're able to give a return to our shareholders. I've enjoyed the last day. I have learned so much. We've taken a lot of notes from what I learned from the Rosen School. I want to get some cards. I've got some contacts that I need to put into my contact list and follow up with. It's been absolutely awesome. I want to recognize, of course, I recognize our team. I want to recognize a few of our emerging leaders in our company because our people are super important to us. Patrick, Alexis, and Julie. Woo-hoo! On behalf of the IHG Global Board, we look forward to seeing each one of you professionally and personally grow your businesses and your involvement in the IHG Owners Association. Because together we are stronger in our mission to maximize the return an IHG owner makes in his or her hotel. God bless America, God bless all of us, and thank you so much.